Welcome here tonight to beautiful Bomber Stadium here in the Bronx. We are going to watch the Minnesota Blizzards take on the New York Bombers tonight. And it is going to be a fun game. I am Dre, your commentator here tonight on FTN. And, well, we're going to go over both teams tonight. Some things that happened in the league. And that's pretty much it. That's all we're going to go over. All right, so get the stream link up for everybody first. Let's check that. Well, we got the stream link up, posted to the mods, and here we go. All right, let's go over your standings per usual. Chicago Breeze in first. They overtook the Ravens, I'm pretty sure, at some point in time. That would be during game 15, I think. Round 15, the Breeze overtook the Ravens. I apologize for that. That mistake yesterday. Ocala still in third. Nothing really much changed except New York actually went up in the 10th. Atlanta went into 11th, as you can watch it scroll down on your screen below. Atlanta is now 11th, Philadelphia 12th, and Philadelphia is 11 games back. New York is 9, so Arizona is the last playoff team as it stands. So if the season ends today, Arizona would be the last playoff team in. Now, New York and Atlanta and San Francisco are all going to be within 3 games of that spot. If Arizona hypothetically goes on a 3-game losing streak, they don't make the playoffs at all. So it's still kind of close. A lot of one waiver, I think at least 5 to 6 signings, and a trade has gone on. New York making a lot of moves in the past 24 hours. They will go across your screen now. So here's the Minnesota moves. They released 23, who we saw last night, and they signed God Mode and Johnny on the boat. However, here's the New York moves. They released Dan, Johnny, and God Mode. So Minnesota and New York pretty much traded some players. They signed 23, Dirt Bike, and 44, and they made Father and Fi AMs. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're gonna get me copyrighted. Cool, thanks. Very much appreciated. Let's see if Yam does use the purple Prince jerseys. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. And here's the trade that New York made. They received Fi. So, the person they traded for is now their AM. Very interesting. Here we go. Game is about to be underway. Teams making their lineups, and I will be behind the plate. Minnesota uses their purple Prince jerseys. Big Nate's going to be behind the plate for the Bombers. 4 viewers welcome here tonight. And I think we're ready to have a nice ball game tonight. And my free cam controls broke. Alright, put one on the free cam. Put one on the broken free cam tonight. Gotta rejoin. Good thing I have this beautiful B-roll here in Minnesota. Our studio is still back in Minnesota. Had to rejoin. Okay. Okay. My free cam is still broken. I don't know why.
Now batting Dazer.
Okay, hold on. I cannot have copyrighted music. Second. This is already going down horribly. So, in the past 5 seconds, we've had my free cam break twice. Again, it broke. Please. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright. Alright. We are here tonight, finally. We're ready to go underway. All right, so let's take a look at your pitcher on the mound tonight. CC's going to be at the plate leading off. 5 home runs, 10 RBIs, 667 OPS, and a 301 batting average with 4 strikeouts. XVEX is going to be on the mound tonight for the Bombers, the starting pitcher. Find the home pitcher. I found the away. I think that's how you spell his name. We'll see what happens. What the hell is happening to his animal? Turn the scoreboard off here. Turn it off for now. 1-0 count. That's going to be hit. And the 1-0 is sent on the right field, a blooper. So Minnesota with the leadoff hit. Very beautiful piece of hitting. No, wait, that was caught. Okay, that was weird. What the hell? That was a flyout. All right, my bad. I apologize. For viewers. And Dazer is stepping out the box now, getting back in. Hitting .522, and his... Oh, that was a mid. I think he didn't line for those. I think he would have crushed it. Welcome back to fixing the overlay tonight, since for some reason... Better to... Oh my god. That extends... That's squid. Well, no one here. Takes upstairs. Had to make an adjustment here. I apologize for the... I think that looks good enough. I apologize. It is quite a long username and a long batting average. Strike 2 taken. As he takes count. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna have to do that. Batting .522 on the season. He's gonna hit that, and it improves his .522 batting average. Almost a 9-3 put out. Yams up to bat. That was a very weird instance of score bug. Score bug was acting a little weird. Here we go. One on. No outs, or one out. That's going to be popped up. But, or no, that was a bloop. Okay. That was a pop-up. Well, 2 runners on for the Minnesota here. The Prince uniform's already making a statement. 1 runner on first, 1 runner on second, no runners on third for Joshua. New York, a very popular crowd. The Bombers, very popular team in Bronx. First pitch of the pitch Joshua sees is going to send that one into center. Will it drop? No, I don't think so. Wait. Yeah, I'm just got the... Wait. Yeah, I'm disconnected, and that was an AI. So a weird double play. That... Whoa, what? I think that was a, I don't know if it's a shortstop punt together. I think that was a 6-3 double play, which... sounds odd, which sounds normal actually, but when you consider the ball was caught and then thrown. Yeah. They got BDF starting on the mound here for, or being leadoff for Minnesota. And I think Dazer's going to start off on the away side tonight. Well, his name fits on the score bug here, and I kind of realized why Oh, shoot. I realized something. All one taken. I think I'm gonna fix the score bug after this a little more. I know why it's broken now. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna have to fix this. If I miss a home run right here, okay. So we're just taking forever. Cool. Roblox, will we take forever to load? Please. Please just stop. Just come on. Nice to me. Okay, nope. Please don't post a link right now. Please don't post a link right now. Please don't post a link right now. Why is the font not loading? That's weird. Damn it. Ah. Okay. Very weird thing happening right now. I don't know why. Fonts. There. Alright. I got it working. Alright. Please work. Sorry for the, oh my god, this is so stupid. You know what? I give up. I don't want this to be broken, but unfortunately... Okay, there. Saved. Alright, cool. You know what? I'm just gonna keep this font. I can't believe I'm so stupid. There we go. Had to fix something again. Cool. Fetch the server data. All right. All right. My camera's broken! Cannot believe this. Cannot believe this. This is actual tomfoolery. Why is my camera broken? Jesus. Okay, dude. I guess. Sure. Sure, my camera's broken. One out. I think BDF got out, and for some reason, my camera's broken. All one taken. All right, cool. Cool. I have to... All right. Welcome to this broadcast, which apparently has zero good things going on for itself. Is my volume stuck at 0? Yes, it is. Cool. All right, that fella's behind the plate. I have to turn... Shift lock is off, which is awesome. Okay. That's gonna be hit. My camera's finally free. No, it's not. That's gonna be a single. Cool. Oh, it's free! My camera fixed. Alright. Anyways, in other news, Fig gets his first hit for the Bombers this season. So his first at bat, he gets a hit. Awesome. I'll call him Damo, because I know a guy named Dapo. Alright, Damo here is going to take ball 2. Alright, so as you can tell, I think that rejoin was worth it, because now the very long names won't get crucified by the score bug. AKA Mad Knight's name getting absolutely crucified by the score bug, so I think it was worth it. 2-0 count. And that ball is going to be absolutely crushed. Right center field. Oh, wow, that's over the monument. Arrow batting 500. That's one out. That's going to be his first of the season with one way over the monument. A 2-run shot gives the Bombers an early lead here tonight. Best is up to bat, and I'm glad I decided to go fix my score bug earlier. All right, 2-0 Bombers here for against Minnesota. Ball one taken down low. One count for Best. He takes ball two inside, so you get a 2-0 count on the previous batter. He hits an absolute moonshot. I don't know what you do here if you're Dazer. Why is it showing? Okay. Okay. My scoreboard's tripping again, but that was completely my fault. Dazer's going to pitch the 2-0. It's a very interesting spot. He takes strike one. But then again, you have to remember HCBB is not a one-click game. It's 2 clicks. You got to wind. It's a lot of complicated things. So even though if a pitcher has a pattern, they have to give you the same speed. So 2-1 here. Ball 3 upstairs. Three-one count. That ball is going to be hit in the right center. Pretty similar spot where the last ball was hit, and that's going to be a double. No, a single. Very long single. Almost a double. No chance there that time. All right, DeGrom's up to bat. One runner on, one out. One out coming from the first batter of BDF, I'm pretty sure. DeGrom takes strike one. Oop. 0-1 count for DeGrom. The pitch. He takes ball one. One count is going to be a 2-1 outside. Pickoff move at first failed. So DeGrom's on to 2-1. You got one runner on. And since they're definitely going to be wanting that last playoff spot against Arizona, even though I think we're just about halfway into the season, 2-2 count. You gotta make some crazy push. That would definitely be a great game. Minnesota's in the playoffs. You get one loss against them. That's going to be hit. And left. Easy catch for the left fielder. And CC's going to pick it up at second. As I was saying, XVEX, the starting pitcher, up to bat. As I was saying, you get a win against Minnesota tonight, even though it's the first inning, but I'm just kind of explaining everything. You get a win against Minnesota. You're going to be one game closer to playoff spot, no matter what. Because Minnesota's in the playoffs, right? And if they're in the playoffs, that's one game closer to getting eliminated. And they've got about, I think the season's 33 rounds, so about halfway until the season's over. Night Dazer gets back on the mound after disengaging. Two-way here, one runner on. Night kicks and fires. That's going to be a weak hit. Could be an easy out at first. What the hell was that fielding? What the hell was that fielding? The Dazer going to cover the back. I would score that in error, but the game doesn't think so. I guess 5 hits. 3 runs. Oh, wait. Okay, it is 3 runs. Weird. 5 hits, 3 runs. I apologize. I got the score wrong. Big Nate's up to bat. Two-way here for the 8th hitter. 2 runners on. Minnesota's game yesterday ended 6-0. Could give them a very similar score. Ball went down low. 1 runner on first, 1 runner on second. What the hell was that? Idle. The 1-0 count. Nate takes strike one. I'll look at the pitcher over there, and then is he going to take a lead? Runner at first. Beck gonna take a lead. Gotta wait. He's moving. Lefty kicks and fires. The 1-1 checked on 1-2. I think that was a ball. He just checked way too far. So third base ump definitely says he went. Looks like he went to me. And that's a 1-2 count. Dazer gives Nate a swing and a miss for the third out of the inning and gets out of a pretty decent jam as we head to the top of the second. World Nut Photo up to bat. I saw a World Nut Photo earlier wearing an Ichiro Blue Wave jersey, so pretty good ball knowledge from him. And I think the Blue Wave jerseys are some of the best in team history for the Buffaloes, to be honest. If you combine the Buffaloes and Blue Wave history, you got the 1969 Hockey Braves uniforms. Those are definitely top tier. You got the Kintetsu Buffaloes uniforms from the 70s, I think. You got the Blue Wave uniforms. You got the older Kintetsu, so the Osaka Buffaloes uniforms, and then some of the summer and third uniforms. It may be the early Buffaloes uniforms, actually. The one that took heavy Blue Wave inspiration. Oh, and count for photo here. Takes ball two, or strike two, not ball two. 0-2 count for photo, batting .341 on the season. In the top of the second, Minnesota down by 3. They've got about 24 outs to make it back. Yeah, 24. I'm not tripping. I can do math. Who's shocked? I am. 1-2 count for photo. A lot of the Blizzard jerseys inspired by the NBA counterpart. 1-2 count for photo. Swings on an early pitch and misses. Or swings early on a pitch. On a slow pitch, that would be. Wrecked up to bat. You know, for some reason, I thought Rex was on Baltimore. I digress. He's going to step up to the plate. 0-1 count. Or 1 away. No pitch. Could be an 0-1 with this first pitch. He swings on the first pitch. Second baseman crawls and still gets the out at first. Hi, Johnny. Johnny's up to bat. Hello, Johnny. Johnny is a great cap right now. Cool. All right. Johnny takes strike one, batting 83 on the season, and not 830, 83, like David Rudiman's number. I could give you, maybe David Reagan was in the 83. I think he was in the 23, but maybe he had a race in the 83. Anyways, Brian Victor's also a notable driver in the 83. Strike two taken. So an 0-2 count, 2 outs. One swing in the back could bring this game within 2. 0-2 count for Johnny. Takes ball one upstairs. Didn't like that one. Checking a lot. Look at the pitcher over there. Lefty kicks and fires. Lefty on righty matchup. That's going to be grounded to the shortstop, playing a little far out. Can he get the play? No, he can't. Johnny gets a hit. Gets an infield hit, that is. And here comes Opulent up the bat. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name, but they're playing shortstop tonight. 294 on the season. 1 on, 2 outs. Johnny's batting average definitely jumps a little high. That's fouled off. That was a very weird foul. Hi, Cayman. Hello, Johnny. Wave to the camera. Wave. Come on. Wave to the camera. Okay, he's not going to wave to the camera. The 0-1 count. That's going to be swung on. Could be a blooper. Yes, it is. That's going to drop, and that's going to put 2 runners on for Minnesota. That's a very interesting bloop right there. Thought the first baseman would have gone out to get it. That fella up to bat, the 9th batter. Final one before CC comes back up to bat. Beck disengages. Runner on first, runner on second. The lefty kicks and fires. That's going to be hit. And is it going to bloop? Yes, it is. Center fielder backs up. That's going to be 23, formerly on Minnesota. Johnny scores the first run of the game. And they're going to credit that fellow with that RBI. CeCe's up to bat. One swing of the bat. Could be the go-ahead run of this game. Go ahead at the plate. Tying run at first. Runner on second and first, respectively. Disengages to look at the first baseman. That fellow wouldn't move. Runner on second. And CeCe's going to bat. Hit, I think, 4 flyouts yesterday. Got under it 4 times and struck out once, but first 4 at-bats were flyouts, so I got a little hope if CeCe's gonna do something. Takes ball 1 outside. Five viewers in the chat, welcome in tonight. Glad to have you here. 1-0 count. Beck kicks and fires. That's going to be grounded foul. So 1-1 count. Could have very easily ended the inning if that was fair. Runner on first. Runner on second. Taking a big lead. Look how far she is off the bag. 1-1 count for CeCe. The pitch. Takes upstairs ball 2. The 2-1 count. I mean, what do you do here? Probably give him a good strike. He might fly it out, or he might crush it. Who knows? And he's gonna crush it! Center field! This game is led by one run. Minnesota gets all the runs back. Oh. Okay. Or we're just not gonna free cam, but CeCe hits his 6th out of the season. Puts Minnesota ahead by 1 already in the 2nd inning. And I had a feeling that one was coming. Matt Knight's up the bat. Both home runs tonight have been absolutely crushed. Well, Dazer's up to bat. New York fans clearly not happy. I mean, you see a lot of black jerseys. I think everyone. So, a lot of New York fans here tonight. 0-1 count for Dazer. He takes ball 1 upstairs. Man, he had 2 easy outs and then gave up back-to-back hits. Well, eventually had Minnesota on top of this game. So 2-1 count here for Dazer. He takes 1 out. Two-1 count. The pitch. He takes ball 3 upstairs. 3-1 count. Two away. You want to get some insurance runs? That would be the time. 3-1 count here for Dazer. He takes strike 2. I don't think he whined for that one. Full count now. I think the first full count we've seen in the last 2 days. And then I don't think we had a full count at all yesterday. Got Yam on deck. Full count for Dazer. He's going to swing on that one foul. As I was saying, you got Yam on deck right there. Now if Dazer flies out or something, Yam's going to lead off. If not, then you got one runner on for Yam. Either way, a pretty bad situation overall. Beck kicks and fires the full count. Dazer swings on that one. It's going to be in the infield. Can New York get out the inning? Yes, they can. So, 23's up to bat. Looking for a revenge tour against New York. Not New York, Minnesota. With New York, sorry. I would have personally called that hit by Johnny an error, but alas, it was not there. Four-three ball game here in the bottom of the second. Oh, oops, sorry, I spoke again in chat. 23 will. Okay, that was a mid, and it was almost hit a fan. Tying run at the plate. Another mid, and that's going to drop right in front of Johnny. Johnny's going to be able to field it. No, 9-3 put out. BDF back up to bat. One is 0 for 1 tonight. Let's see if he can make it 1 for 2. Dazer disengages. Wow, BDF's checking his corners, making sure his aim is precise. One on, no outs. Dazer to BDF. BDF's gonna pop that one up. Johnny sits under it and right, catches it. Very easy out there. Father's up to bat. I had him as a teammate in a different league. Very good teammate. Would rate him 10 out of 10. Really energetic guy. Definitely a guy you want to have in the clubhouse. One away, one on. He's going to ground that one. Could be 2. Yam. CC all the way to the first baseman. Out. A very good double play executed by Minnesota. So we head to the top of the third. Yam's going to be up to bat leading off. So the person who initiated that whole double play will now lead off. Can he terrorize New York a little? Okay, wait, that's not a good line. I apologize. That is not a good line. That is a horrible line. Oh my God. I did not think about that one. I apologize. Yam takes ball 1. As he now takes strike, or no, that was ball 1. Sorry, that was strike 1 earlier. Yeah, it's gonna hit that one down the right field line. It is gone. Oh man, 4-3 ball game with the Blizzards in front of the Bombers as we go to the up half of the third inning. Yam takes things to lead off, and I don't know why I'm doing this. Joshua's up to bat. I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I've hurt anyone out there, I can tell you how much from the bottom of my heart I am so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As Joshua somehow gets out. the first baseman, and it'll stay a 5-3 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Blizzards. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at FTN. I want to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck for FTN, for the Blizzards, for the people I work with, and for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am. It has never been, and I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that could back that up. I am very, very sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness. Dre will take you for the rest of the way home. Wrecked is up to bat. Oh, 1 count here for I can't believe I quoted that. Man, dude, I was fuck. Yeah, I'm homered too early for me to make that funny, too, which sucks. 1-1 count here for Wrecked. Swings and misses on that one. 1-2 count, 2 away. Top of the third here. Oh, it's 6 hits for the Bombers. Okay, no errors, cool. I got my scorecard right. Wrecked checks that one. First base umpire says no go. And 41 pitches here for the lefty tonight. Gave up 5 runs. His ERA is sitting at a 9. With 13 strikeouts, a 1.7 whip, 6 home runs allowed. 2 of those are going to be tonight. And I don't know if he lagged right there or if he statued, but he ball. Feh is up to bat. Bottom of the third. I would totally invite someone into this booth. So we're going to wait for Mad Knight to get back on the mound as he walks upside down, somehow gets himself back. Hello. Lefty's going to deal. And Feh takes ball 1. One no count here for Feh. He's going to hit that one. It has enough. No, it doesn't. Almost over the center field wall. Photo's able to grab it. And that's a wall shot single. Oh, man. That almost had enough. If only it had a little more angle to it. One no count here. One runner on. The pitch. Ball 2 upstairs. Pick off almost at first. Work. Dazer gets back the ball. Demo receives the pitch from Dazer. Ball 3 down low. Yankee Organist will try again. And so will Dazer. The 3-0. Dazer took his time. 1 runner on first. The 3-0. He statues that one. No pickoff attempt at first. Let's run it back again. 3-1 count. And he takes ball 4 upstairs. So Best comes up to bat. Runner comes up on first, and go-ahead run is at the plate. Tying run on first. 5-3 ball game in the bottom of the third. We've had a ton of base runners and 1 walk issued already. Best takes ball one. That's going to be Dazer's first walk issued of the season. Bombers organist going to try to get the fans hyped up. 1-0 count for Best. Good change of the game. With one swing, he takes ball two. Dazer kicks and fires. Best swings on that. It's going to be in right. It is caught. Runner's going to go from second to third. Is he out? Yes, he is. A double play all the way from right field. What an arm. 9-5 double play. Or would that be a 9-4-5 double play? That was absolutely insane. And now it's just a tying run at the plate with that. Tried to tag up there from second and unfortunately couldn't get it done. Two away here. Went from 2 runners on, no outs, to 1 runner on with 2 outs. 1-0 count here for DeGrom. He's going to swing on that one on the ground. It does get by CeCe. So that probably would have loaded the bases. However, due to the aforementioned double play, it does not load the bases. Vex up to bat, the starting pitcher. 1 for 1 tonight. Tying run back on first. Go ahead run back at the plate. Dazer kicks and fires. Starting pitcher to starting pitcher. That's going to be fouled off. Dazer kicks and fires the 0-1. That's going to be popped up, and that's going to end the rally. Top of the 4th we go. Johnny's back up, and any chance the Bombers had the score right there is completely gone. They're going to have to restart from the bottom of the 4th. Very unfortunate. Yeah, it is the top of the 4th. Good. I'm keeping track. 9:46 here on the East Coast. Johnny takes strike 1. No final scores yet, which makes this interesting because any game's done. 6-4 fighters in orbits. Johnny swinging and misses on that one. 6-6 tied in the 9th with the Rebels and the Jailbirds. Ravens in Arizona, 10-5. Ravens going to win another game this season. 1-0 Heat versus the Ospreys. 3-0 versus the Surge in Chicago. And then we are 5-3 right now here in the top of the 4th. You can go check out all Blizzard games here on FTN. 1-2 count for Johnny. He's going to swing on that one. Very light dribbler. And they're just going to play tag. Are they going to play tag? Nope. He tags the base instead. Hope you once. Up to bat. First baseman. I apologize. I said they were a shortstop. I was wrong. They're actually first baseman. So. 1 away. No runners on. Swings on that one. It's going to be in the infield to the shortstop. And that fella up to bat. Got the first RBI for the Blizzards. 1 of 5. As he takes ball 1 upstairs. Bombers fans very passionate about their team. What a count here. They don't like seeing Minnesota score 5 runs on their home turf. That's going to be the 3rd out. That they will, however, enjoy. And someone died on the field. I don't know who it was. Whoa, cool calm cow. Very long name, but you know what? It rolls off the tongue really well. Are we warping as Umas today? Cool, so today is the Uma Warpathon. We got Tachyon and... I'll go recap somewhere. Is Johnny dead? Where's Johnny? DC was on the mound, but I don't think he's gonna actually be taking him out. Where is Oguri Cap? Oguri Cap has apparently left the stadium. Very unfortunate. It's interesting. Oh no, there's Oguri Cap. Hi Johnny. Goodbye Johnny. Go on. So we got Tachyon over here and Oguri Cap. The winner, Agnes from Uma. We'll call Cool Calm Cow, take strike one. So Dazer gets back on the mound for another inning of work. He's already pitched 3 innings on 48 pitches. Cal takes ball 1 inside. Very beautiful stadium here in New York. I mean, if we go look around the stadium, got the 3D word marks over here, some shops in the back, the logos, obviously the baseball with an explosion going off. The 1-1 count to Cal. He's going to swing on that one straight. Oh my God. You can't write it better than that. Wise out to Oguri Cap, I guess. That's an amazing way to write it. 23 gets the 3rd mid this game. Diving catch. Rob's 23. BDF is back up to bat. Alright, announces that's the last mid. Alright, anyways, where were we? Admiring the beautiful Bomber Stadium here. You got some nice buildings in the background. New York City, one of the biggest cities in the world. And back there, you got a 3D Bombers logo. Ball 1 taken for BDF. No catcher for Minnesota. That fellow is actually behind me, which I don't think is how it works. So I guess I'm catching for Minnesota now. BDF on a 1-0. Takes ball 2 down low. Two outs here. That's going to be grounded to 3rd and all the way over to 1st. CC's up to bat, the leadoff batter, and this means Minnesota's order has rounded over 3 times now. Here in the top of the 5th. Wow. Chicago officially wins against Arizona 10-5. I don't know if I want to put that score in there because I don't want the bottom overlay to break. I think I'm done putting in final scores in the bottom. I might be, who knows. That's going to be caught in the infield, actually. I thought that was going to be an out or a grounder. One away. That's going to be absolutely crushed by Dazer in the left center. And that's dropping. So Minnesota's first hit in a while is going to come at Dazer. 8th hit of the ball game for each team. Yam's up to bat. That's going to be an extra base hit. 1-0. All right, Yams got a runner on second, one away. Could make this game 7-3 with one swing or 6-3, depends. It's a lot easier to make it 6-3. Ball 2 upstairs. They just didn't walk him. Well, that puts another runner on. That's going to be Joshua. Joshua's ready, and he takes strike one. All right, the 0-1 count for Joshua. He takes ball one that time. Checks his swing, 1-1 count here. Joshua takes a slow upstairs and he's going to get a 2-1 count. Definitely favorable for him. Here we go. Joshy takes strike two. All right, the 2-2 counts equal. He takes ball three inside, full count. Pick off at second is not in time. Three-two count. Josh, you swings and misses on that one. And that's going to be two-away. 59 pitches here for Vector. Or Vect, not Vector, like Vector file from Adobe. Or Vex, sorry. I am really stupid right now. Photos up to bat. Two away. He takes ball one inside. One-out count here. And he's going to take strike one. One count. Swing and a miss. Strike two. One-two count here for Photo. He's going to take ball two outside, so... Two count, counts equal, two on everything. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 runners on. New York needs to get out of this inning. 63 pitches. 64 is going to be fouled away. Photo stays alive. Two count. 2 on. 2 outs. And he takes ball 3. So 3-2 count. Count is full with 2 outs. And the pitch, he swings and misses on that one. And New York heads to the bottom of the 5th. Down 5-3. Father is going to be the leadoff batter. Hit a home run or 2-run. Or no, wait. No, wait. That says home run. And then had a. Yeah, you get the point. One for 2 tonight. I forgot how to speak, and let's test if the scores thing works. Seems to work, maybe? Yes, it does. Awesome. 0-1 count here for Father as I almost fall off my desk, or fall off my chair. I am sitting very weirdly on it as we speak. 1-1 count. Father's 1 for 2 tonight. Dazer kicks and fires. That's going to be hit to Johnny and number 1. Is up to bat. Dazer's pitched 56 pitches after giving up a 3-run homer, or no, 2-run homer and a run in the first. He's had a pretty decent start for himself, though I probably shouldn't say anything because I might commentator curse him. 0-1 count for Pitt here, 2 for 2 tonight. New York had 2 runners on earlier in the game and had a 9-4, I think it would be, double play. So 9-4-5 double play. So right fielder threw all the way to short, or second. And then that's going to be a blooper over the head. But that's what ruined the rally. They got a similar instance back in later in the inning, but it just wasn't the same with 2 outs. You can't really do that much. And unfortunately for them, they weren't able to do anything. Demo's up to bat. 1 out here. 1 on. He's going to pop that one up. And caught. No double play. Best is up to bat. This is really depressing, actually. Let's hope New York can do something. 2-away, Best takes ball 1 upstairs. Dazer's taking a little bit of time. Best getting to check his swing a lot. 1-0 count. The lefty kicks and fires. Lefty on lefty matchup. Best takes. One count. 2 away. 1 on. Best winds slow and takes. Why does... 2-1 count, that's going to be hit in the left field by Best, and it does drop. That's going to be the 10th of the ball game for the Bombers. Runner rounding third, coming home. That's going to give the Bombers their first run since the 4th. Yeah, that is their first run since the 4th. Wow. You know, I just realized something on the bottom overlay. It says, yeah, they scored. They did. The hell? I guess it's broken, but whatever. Two away here. DeGrom takes ball 1 inside. Hello, Pumpkin. Welcome to the stream tonight. We appreciate you joining. DeGrom fouls that one off. 1-1 count. Organist gonna do some magic. Trying to get the crowd hyped up. One count. DeGrom pops that one up in the right. And as fast as the scoring started for New York, it ends pretty quickly too. God Mode, the newest acquisition from the Blizzards, from New York actually, is up to bat. You know, I just realized something. His name is Bones in a Minnesota jersey. Is this guy Bones Highland? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's going to be hit on the warning track over the head of the center fielder. 23 is able to get the ball pretty quickly, though, and that's going to be a double. So pretty much a trade between New York and Minnesota. 23 went from Minnesota to New York. Playing in center fielder just caught the ball. Then another person who went from New York to Minnesota, that would be God Mode. He just hit a double. Oh my God, they put Nerdy in the game. As you can see him, he's right there, more or less right there, more specifically. Oh, he's on New York. I feel like I've seen his name, possibly. Well, we'll check the stats right now. That's the wrong type of stats. Sorry. Home. He might be. You can check what I just scrolled. Strike one taken. Did they post a link in chat yet? I don't think they have. I'm shocked you found the stream, but I appreciate you tuning in. 1-2 count. He might be here. Actually, I can just check the leaderboard. Ball two upstairs. I'm checking once again. Sorry. See Lurk. I don't see a guy named Pumpkin. I don't think he's here, but I'm pretty sure you might know him. I apologize. That's going to be grounded. Runner stays at second. That's going to be missed at first. Oh, New York with a fielding error. That lets Nerdy on. And that's going to be runners on the corners. Is that going to be marked an error? No. New York should have 2 errors tonight. That is horrific fielding. That is just horrific. I mean, throw from shortstop to first to even get Minnesota in the position they are right now, which is 5-3. That was all caused by the first baseman not being on the bag. Now, the first baseman didn't move over, grab the ball, and step back on the bag. I mean, you can blame the third baseman for that, which I think, if you want to blame someone, definitely could. That's going to be a mid for Opulence. Could get the double play. Wait, but the runner holds out. The ball is going to be thrown away to short. Or second, sorry. That puts runners at second and third again. What is this fielding from New York tonight? You possibly can if you want. I don't think there's anything against it since it's not a playoff game. I'd say yes, but don't blame me if a official bans you from the server or anything to reduce the lag. Man, that was some crazy fielding from the Bombers. One away here for Dappel, 1 for 2 tonight. Let's check his stats. He's batting .259 on the season. 10 RBIs, 3 home runs, 464 OPS. Strike one taken. Or technically checked swing. And 7 strikeouts on the season. So that fella checks on that one. First baseman umpire says he went. League server 6. 0-1 count. He's going to pop that one up. And luckily for Minnesota, they have one more out to give to score score any more runs? They are 5-4. Awesome. What are they doing? DC's up the bat, leadoff batter, had a home run earlier this game. The 3-run home run to put Minnesota ahead 4-3, and then New York scored their first run since the last inning. But in between all that, Minnesota scored another run. So 5-4 ball game is where we are at the moment. No problem. Hope you stay tuned in though. I appreciate chatting with the viewers. Two-way here. 2 runners on in scoring position. 1 3-run homer tonight for CC. Can he get a second? First pitch of the at-bat is going to be a taken strike, or a called strike as I call it. 0-1 count. Two-way, 2-on. He takes ball 1 inside. Third base umpire says no go. And what the hell is Nerdy doing at? Hi Nerdy. Why are you dancing at? Okay. Pitcher steps off, trying to get him out. No. Don't think Vex really appreciates the dancing at third baseman by Nerdy. He's gonna do it again. He's off the bag. I gotta learn the second base. I gotta learn whoever's at second base's name. Okay. Not gonna get a chance. 1-1. CT takes way outside ball 2. Opulence. Sorry, Opulence. Alright. Opulence at second. Nerdy at third. CC at the plate. Two-1 count here. 2 on. 2 outs. And I don't know where he's going. Is Dazer taunting him? I have no idea. Top 3 for Minnesota up sooner rather than later, hopefully. No. What? What? Wow. 2-3-4 going to be up for Minnesota next time by. Bottom of the 6th we go to before the 7th inning stretch. Wow. Scorecard, well, on paper, never mind, the game is a 5-3, it's 5-4, so it is pretty close. Still, though, a few, I'd say better defensive plays, this game probably wouldn't be that in contention at the moment. The Fighters lead the Ocala Orbit 6-4. The Jailbirds lead the Rebels 8-6. The Ospreys lead the Heat 5-2. And Vex is going to hit that one in the right. That will drop. And CC's able to field it cleanly. So a leadoff hit for the Bombers here. Gives them their 11th of the night. And the Surge lead 3-1 in the top of the 8th. Where's Johnny? Oh, Johnny's there. So he's moving back out to right. Last time Cal was up, he flew out all the way to Johnny, who's wearing Oguri cap. So technically you can say Tachyon flew out to Oguri cap. Not that time, though. Foul ball. 0-1 count. And runner on first. Obi-Wan's not able to get to first. Showing at first, as a matter of fact, the starting pitcher for the Bombers. Gave up 5 runs, even though I think 3 of those should be unearned because of the error, but I digress. Obi-Wan's is not able to pick off Vex at first. As he stares into the camera. We're having a staring contest. Feel free. Cow, ready for the 1-1. Dazer kicks and fires. That's going to be hit in center, though, and not enough. Bono stays under it. Yam able to retrieve it at second. And 23's up the bat. 1 for 2 tonight. Got 3 mids in his first 2 at-bats, which were the only 3 pitches he's seen all night. Now, Dazer says he's not going to throw him any more mids. Let's see if that's true. Since the game is 5-4, I don't think he should FAFO. But you know what? He does not. That's going to be straight to Yam. That's going to be 1 and 2. 5, 4, 3 double play. DC's back up the bat here in the top of the 7th. Minnesota leads over New York 5-4, and BDI is going to get on the mound for the Bombers. And he will stay on the mound, so... Top of the 7th. DC actually gets the lead off again. I think... Okay, that's interesting. Are they not going to skip him? So I guess this is going to be Minnesota's 1-2-3 up instead of... I think it would have been... Who the hell is out there? Oh, CC's dead in the bullpen. I think he was warming up. Mad Knight's going to be up. So it will be the 2-3-4 up to bat. Mad Knight, Yam, and Joshua, as far as my memory is concerned. Yeah, it's not out plus. Yeah, should be out plus. Well, BDF is going to be the first, Days is going to be the first batter BDF sees. Strike 1 taken. So Minnesota's starting pitcher will face the reliever for the Bombers here in the top of the 7th. One more final score put in chat. No, never mind. Bad Vibes 97, 5 for 5. Strike 2 taken. So call it strike 2. You know he checked it, but still there. Regardless, let's check over your scores once again. 6-4 in the 9th between the Orbit and the Fighters. So maybe the Orbit are going to make a possible comeback. Who knows? Ball went inside for Dazer. Minnesota enjoying their lead they have so far on the Bombers. And Dazer is going to pop that one up to first. And Vex able to make the play. What away here? Yams up to bat. Then I think that is Joshua. Hall of Famer, former board director. What away here for Yam. Strike 1 taken. Check more of your final scores. Game's still going. League Server 2 is free, so another game ended. 5-2 between the Ospreys and the Heat. 3-1 Surge and Breeze. Nothing really much changing over those two games. Yam's going to hit that one in the center. Can 23 make the catch against his former PM? Yes, he can! 23 makes the catch against his former PM. 2 away here for Joshua, and there is a marked error against New York, so... That's going to be hit by Joshua down the line and left. And yes, it does drop. So Minnesota does collect their 11th hit. That time, not by an error. Photos up to bat. 2 outs, 1 runner on. 2 final scores just popped in the chat. It's going to be San Francisco, final 11 against Atlanta. 8-6. Photo checks on that one. Strike one regardless. And Nippon Ham wins 6-4 over the Ocala orbit. Oh, 1. Ball went upstairs. That's going to be popped up. No, it's going to be a bloop in the left. 2 hits in the left. 2 runners on. For Minnesota with 2 outs here. God mode back up to bat against his former team. Had a double last time up. If he repeats that success once again, then we'll very much see a 6-4, maybe 7-4 ball game. And maybe if he hits it over that wall, it's going to be 8-4. Oh, sorry, I just read your chat. Let's read it. Going upstairs. My side league team had a 16-inning game. Oh, yeah, no, I remember in a Japanese league. I had a 16-inning game, too. That's a very cool story. I remember the IPU had a 30-inning game that's actually on FTN. Doosan Bears and the Denver Whitecaps. I streamed the latter half of that game. 1-1 count here for God mode. 2-way. That's awesome. And then I remember one of the Asia League games going to 20 innings. It was Nippon Ham against someone else. It was in the old Fighters Stadium. 1-2 count for God mode here. 1-for-1 tonight. And the 1-2 from BDF. That's going to be hit. If it gets past the shortstop, which it won't, BDF gets out of the jam. And speaking of which, he's going to be leading us off right now. You know what? That's a really funny screenshot. He's pitching against himself. Well. Wait for them to get ready to play here. And he's going to take strike one. And now he takes ball one down low. There we go. 1-1 count for BDF. He's going to swing on that one. Foul. Organist gets to work. One-two count for BDF. He's going to swing on that one in center. Unfortunately, not far enough. CC and Yam fight over it. CC gets the ball. Going to be hit by Father in center. CC's not able to get it that time. New York gets a base hit. Going to be their 12th of the night, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it will be. And fifth. Sends that one. I'll just call him Fish. Out number 2. That was, I have no idea, but it's IPU. I remember someone going 0 for 10 with 10 strikeouts in that game. There was a whole graphic made for it. It was really funny. I kind of feel bad for the guy, but... Demo takes. A 1 count. Dazer stays on the mound. Now he hits yellow stand with pitch number 80. 1 runner on. 2 outs. 1-1 count. Oh yeah, hold on. I made a HCBB Batman the video game. I'll pull it up right here. I'm gonna get killed for my unprofessionalism, but HCBB Batman the video game right there. Made during that 30-inning game. 1-2 count. Ball 2 down low, but I'll pull it up here. Because someone had a Batman avatar and traveled all the way back there, and it was really funny. 2-2 count. Damo swings on that one, straight to Yam, and that's going to be the 3rd out. Johnny up to bat, top of the 8th. Only 6 more outs for the Bombers to do something. Before I put this up, I'm going to check. Oh my god, it works! The scores are now updated on the bottom. I somehow made them work again. 2 for 2 tonight. Happens to all of us. Cycle was pretty cool though in the league. And a home run. 0 for 1. Or 0-1 count here. 1 for 2 tonight for Johnny. He's going to swing on that one, but he'll go 1 for 3 as that straight to 23 in the center. Opulence up to bat. One for 3 tonight. 1 for 4. Yes, because it's caught. Unfortunate there. 2 easy outs here, but that fella's up to bat. 255 batting average, 3 home runs. 1 of those from earlier tonight. 10 RBIs, 3 of those from earlier tonight. First pitch he sees, bowling upstairs. I love this camera. It gives you a whole shot of the stadium. Good view of the infield. 1-0 count here for that fella. He takes strike 1. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Good game, definitely. I wonder if you have clips of it. 1-1 count here for that fella. 2 away. He takes strike 2. Nice view here of everybody. A lot of a better view because you're more zoomed out. 1-2 count. Ball 2 upstairs. Ah, okay. I've never played in the IPU actually. I got offered once, maybe 6 months ago, a year ago. 2-2 is going to be sent out. And easy out there. Best up to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. I did stream, I think 15 out of the 20 games for the IPU Bay Stars. I'm still friends with a few people on that team today. Flame Julius, definitely 2 of them that come off the top of my head. Really good people. Flame Julius, one of my favorite people in the whole HCBB space. A really good guy. I played a different league with him, and he's a really fun guy to play with. That's going to be hit in center by Best, but unfortunately not enough. 5-4 the score at the moment. Okay, so that works, but for some reason the top one doesn't. Interesting. One away here. DeGrom takes outside, ball 1. I'm very sure yes, not on FTN though. Actually, season 24 came pretty close to a walk-off. Dallas Panthers against the Wichita Wizards. Everyone thought Dallas was going to win that World Series. But somehow Kenny, I think it's 2 home runs in his final 2 at-bats in like the last few innings of that game. And here, I think if I can post the link, I'll send you it. 2-1 count here for DeGrom as he takes strike 1. That's going to be hit straight to the second baseman. CC's able to catch it. 2-away here. 88 pitches for Dazer as he's going to face the original starting pitcher for the Bombers, Vex. Well, you'll notice our graphics package about a year ago is the same as this one. And and if you ask some questions why it's like that, well, oh, your friend sent me a friend request, so I'll accept it. Why not? 1-0 count here for X. Ball 2 inside. You'll notice that if you go a year ago, before December 2024, some FTN Broadcast had this graphics package, and that's what the old FTN NASCAR overlay is. What this graphics package was inspired off of. That could be an infield hit. Yes, it will be. And I never got the chance to change it over to ESPN, but I also don't wanna because I think this graphics package is my favorite. And I don't think the ESPN one we use now, based off the ESPN football overlay, I don't think that one would work well for baseball. I'm a fan of this one. Okay. Does that link send? Yep, it does. Send you to the World Series game. Cal's back up to bat. Johnny still in right field. Could have a repeat of what his first at-bat was. 0 for 2 tonight. 2 away. Strike 1 taken. Oh, here, a catcher. Oh, no, Dallas didn't get walked off, but Kenny went on a crazy performance to win that game 5-7 for his team. 1-1 count here. Dazer kicks and fires. That's going to be grounded over Yam's head. No! But he's going to dive. Can he still make the play at first? I don't know why Yam dived. If CC was able to get the ball, that was going to be an easy out there at first. That will be marked as an error, I think. 23's up to bat. 1 for 3 tonight. That's going to be hit. 23 does not get enough. Oh, I thought that was gone from how it looked right off the bat. Unfortunately, does not have enough. Top of the 9th here. DC's up to bat. That's going to be straight to the third baseman. So the first pitch CC sees, he's going to ground out to the first baseman. But he's done his good share of work tonight. He hit a 3-run home run to give the Wizards the lead when they were down 4-1 in the second or third, I think it was, one of those two. That's going to be straight to the second or shortstop. I don't know why I said second baseman. That's to the shortstop. Dazer flies out on the first pitch he sees. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Here comes Yam. He homered earlier in the night. Can he do it again? Five-4 ball game. Strike 1 taken. Yam 2 for 3 tonight. Here we go, the 0-1 for Yam. He's going to pop that one up. 4 pitches, 3 outs for BDF. Speaking of which, the man himself is up, the reliever for the New York Bombers. Can he tie the ball game? Dazer's gone through 8 pitches with 4 earned runs. Hello, Icy. BDF has 3 home runs on the season, 12 RBI, 371 with the 634 OPS, 9 strikeouts. There's a mound visit going on. Good time to plug mound visit uniforms. Unfortunately, soon going defunct due to Roblox's new changes for the clothing. But if you want a Japanese baseball jersey, feel free to purchase it while you still can. Maybe I'll upload the HCBB ones, leave them up for a month. Who knows? My Roblox Plus doesn't expire for another month. Now visit uniforms on the top of your screen. Yam's actually going to take over for... Yam's going to take over tonight. 6.4 ERA. Been around that low since it's not 6.45. $18 strikeouts, no walks issued, 3 home runs allowed, 1.7 whip, and 1 for 2 this year, or this season, with a 1-2 win loss. I think he's got a 333. BDF 0 for 4 tonight. He takes ball 1. Could easily change this ball game with the 1 swing of the bat. Hour and 34-minute run time. I think about the average for an HCBB game here on FTN. 1-0 count here for BDF. Take strike 1. Another final score has been posted. Oh, never mind. Zenoa's got hacked. But the Surge win over the Breeze 3-2. So the worst team in the league wins over the best? What the hell? That's interesting. 1-1 count here for BDF. That's going to be hit. Is it going to blow? No. 0 for 5. Father's up to bat. 1-2-3 order up for the Bombers here in the final inning. Out number 26 and 27 still needed for Minnesota to win this ball game. Yeah, the lefty kicks and fires. Father takes outside, ball 1. Well, strike 1 taken now. One count for Father. He takes ball 2 inside. Oh, wrong one. My bad. I keep clicking the lower one. But here we go. Fans that are going to be hyped. That comes through the glove. That's going to be a base hit. And now we'll put 1 run on. The go-ahead run is at the plate. The tying run on first. Have the energy. That's marked as an error. Fish is up the bat. 1 away. 1 swing in the bat could walk this game off. Yam disengages. Hits and fires. Ball 1 down low. Minnesota really wants to win this game. They will need to. And I think if they do, they definitely can fight for top 5 in the standings. That's going to be popped up. And the shortstop catches it. 1 out remains for New York to do something. Emo's up to bat. Final out. Be him. Yam getting ready to kick and fire. Yam kicks and fires. Ball went outside. Oh, this is going to be insane. New York's got a runner on first with 2 outs. But they're down 1. One swing of the bat could definitely end the game. I don't play anymore. I'm not that good. I apologize. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. A pop-up would end it. Ball 3 inside. I'll have to think about it though, but I enjoy what I'm doing now. I enjoy streaming. 3-0 count. Does Yam issue his first walk of the season? 3-0. He walks him. Says up the bat. 2 runners on. Go-ahead run. Winning run, I mean, is at first. Insurance run for whatever reason at the plate. I gotcha. That's a really interesting time. I'd have to think about it though. I'm not that good at HCBB. I don't want any more. I was good a few years ago. Yam kicks and fires to best. He takes ball 1. 2 for 4 tonight. 371, 7 RBIs, 1 home run, 571 OPS, and 7 strikeouts. Gotcha. Hey, I'll see. 1-0 count. Now a 2-0. You do not want to load the bases here. Baltimore beats Honolulu 6-2. Minnesota hoping to put a final score in their favor in the channel. Needs 1 out to do it. Out number 27. Can they get it? The 2-0. Best take strikes 1. Yam disengages. Fans are all standing. I don't think I see a single fan sitting here in Bronx Stadium. Or not Bronx Stadium, Bomber Stadium. 2-1. Lefty kicks and fires. He takes strike 2. Lefty on lefty matchup. Best really wants to get a base hit here. That would either load the bases or tie the ball game, maybe even win the ball game here. Well, here we go. Yam kicks and fires for strike 3. No, it's going to be down low, ball 3. These are the catcher going to talk to Yam. Now visit. Trying to get Yam the right headspace. Lots of fans here. Batter and pitcher step off. Now they're back both on. Yam. Full count. 3-2. That's going to be hit. And that's going to be caught. Minnesota closing out the game. here tonight in New York. They take game 1 of the series. And Minnesota goes back to the dugout. Very happy dugout tonight. And Nerdy wants some BP. And the fans, not really happy anymore. Let's go check your score, and you know what? We're going to head back to the desk. Well, pretty intense game. 5-4 with a lot of hitting involved. Thank you, David. Minnesota wins 5-4 over New York. 12 hits for the Minnesota Blizzards and 15 for the New York Bombers. 2 errors and 1 error respectively for both teams. So not a clean game error-wise, but that's that. And you know what? Before we head off the air tonight, let's go over your stats for tonight, which is going to take us back to here in New York. And, oh yeah, definitely one of the game's best players, one of the league's best players, and definitely one of the best players tonight. 2 for 4 tonight with 1 run. That would be his own home run. That would have given the Blizzards the lead. I can't speak. He did get a walk, and he, however, issued a walk tonight, but doesn't really matter as he as he gets the save. Allowed a hit and allowed an error. But however, I think the person we all want to talk about tonight would be, where is he? Had 3 RBIs tonight. Oh no, that fella had an RBI to give Minnesota the score. And CC was the one to give us 3 RBIs tonight. He went 1 for 5, however, that hit was a big one. 3 RBIs, a 3-run shot. And the other pitcher on the mound is going to be Dazer. He went 2 for 5. No runs, no RBIs, no walks, but 8 innings pitched of baseball. 12 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and 2 home runs allowed. Now, however, on the home side, we got to talk about Waller, who went 3 for 5 tonight, 1 run, 1 RBI, and Demo, who was 1 for 3 tonight, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and 1 run scored. So that's New York's 3 out of 4 runs. I forget who the other one would be. Best, who went 2 for 5 tonight, had 2 hits, and BDF 3 innings pitched. 2 hits allowed, no, and 0s across the rest of the board. The other pitcher out of this game, Vex, went 3 for 4 tonight, and 6 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed, no errors. Well, we're going to hit it back to the booth, if I can. Actually, you know what? I think I'll close it off here. I'm Dre, your commentator for tonight. We thank you for tuning in, and well, today is going to be a nice, beautiful Sunday night, so tomorrow's an off day. So we'll see you on Tuesday, possibly. And we'll be back in Minnesota, seeing if the Blizzards can sweep the Bombers. Thank you all for tuning in tonight, and see you on Tuesday.